Welcome to Norton High School, where today we have a girls lacrosse matchup. This is a non-league game between Norton and Attleboro. So, cross-town trip from Attleboro, only about 15 minutes down here to Norton, and things are about getting ready to be underway. And there's the face-off. Emma battling for it. Looks like Attleboro comes away with it. That's number 11, Addie. Able to connect now with Corinne. And they get it down. That one's stolen away. I believe that's Taryn. And Hebert picks it up for Norton. Gets it up to the midfield. Ella now with the ball for Norton. So Ella heading down the sideline looking for somebody out front. She'll take it behind the goal, and there's the cutter right out front, and a nice shot there. And quickly a goal for Norton. I believe that was Bella right out in front. Correction there, that was Ellie Lyons on the goal, number 23. So we're back to midfield again. Norton quickly up 1-0. And Attleboro looking for a cutter out front. Molly with the ball for Attleboro. Sends it over to Liv. And drives to the net. Shot on net. Saved by the goalie. That was Addie with a shot. Attleboro still able to come away with it. And they get it over to Molly Moore. Molly looking for an opening. And she'll head behind the net. So Molly swings around, looking to try to get past the Norton defense, and there's a whistle. So it looks like Molly will go to the top of the circle for Attleboro. And that one knocked out of her stick. Fighting on the ground, Emma over there. And knocked out of her stick. So Attleboro will come away with it. And it looks like Norton will now get possession. And they try to send that up to Ellie Lyons, unable to connect there. And Ella from Attleboro able to come up with it. Swings it back to Ellie. Ellie tries to get it to midfield. And that one goes right into the stick of Emma Cochran. And they better guard her tightly. She gets a lot of goals here for Norton. Gets it right out into the front of the net. And there's a shot on net by Hebert. And she'll pick up the second goal of the day for Norton. So a nice pass from Emma Cochran to Hebert right in front of the net. So they're back at midfield for another face-off. Norton up 2-0 at the 21-minute mark. And the whistle blows there. Looks like they'll redo that face-off. And yet another whistle. Third time's a charm. There we go. Bella able to come away with it for Norton. Gets it knocked out of her stick, and Alex over there for it. Whistle blows. They get it up to Hebert. And looks like Norton on the board once again. Quick goal. So it looks like that was KK Hebert on that goal for Norton. So Molly and Bella taking the face-off in the center of the field. And Molly comes away with it for Attleboro. And trying to connect down with Meg. Norton comes away with it behind the net. They get this one over to Emma. So Emma will start with the ball midfield. Gets it knocked away for a second. Whistle blown. It will still stay with Norton. So Emma driving down in Attleboro territory. She goes behind the net. Again, looking for a cutter out front. Sends it back behind the net. And they get it out front and trying to connect with KK Hebert again. That one knocked out of her stick and battling on the ground for it. And Hebert doesn't give up. The whistle is blown, and it looks like Attleboro will get possession. So the ball sent back to Attleboro player at the top of the circle. They get this one over to number 14. And tried to connect there with Gigi. That one goes over her stick. And Norton able to come up with it. They get it up to Hebert. Hebert now driving opposite side of the field. And LA Lyons was out in front of the net looking to try to get open. Hebert with the turnaround shot. That one goes wide of the goalie. And Emma hustles back there to keep possession for Norton. So Norton slowing things down, looking to set something up. Emma Cochran. And they're trying to push her away. Turnaround shot. And the goalie makes a nice stop. Goalie today, I believe, for Attleboro is Peyton. And that one's going to go out of bounds. So Hebert now with the ball for Norton. Trying to get it up to Ella. Ella now with it. Looks like she may stay behind the net. Back there with Bella. Ella gets it knocked out of her stick by Molly Moore. And Attleboro will take it from there. Molly with the ball in her stick. Gets that one up to midfield to Liv. Liv now dishes it off to Corinne. Corinne scoops it up off the ground for Attleboro. And they got somebody wide open. And a turnaround shot by Liv. That one stopped by the goalie. And Norton comes away with it. They're going to get it back up to midfield. And that was Alex that goes all the way behind the net for Norton. And they get it right out in front. So they had Ellie Lyons right out in front. It goes off the stick and wide past the goalie. Norton will have possession behind the net. And a turnaround shot there by Bella. That one deflected by the goalie, and a whistle blows there. So Peyton, the goalie for Attleboro, will dish it off. So Norton now gets it into Ellie Lyons. Ellie now driving to the circle, gets it knocked away for a second, battling for it. And Attleboro comes away with it. That's number 17, Allie. They get this one up to Molly now. Molly swings it over to Liv. And a whistle blowing there, so it looks like they'll start Liv at the top of the circle. Norton goalie in a ready stance, looking to make the save here. And a shot on net and a score by number 18, Liv. So that puts Attleboro on the board. We're at the 14-minute, 9-second mark. Lance's 3, Attleboro 1. They'll head back to midfield for a face-off. And it looks like there's going to be a timeout, so both teams will head over to the sidelines. We'll be right back. So we are back now at Norton High School. Norton in the lead 3-1 over Attleboro after a brief timeout. 14 minutes left here in the first half. And looks like the whistle is blown again. They'll do that face-off over. Well, I guess not. Looks like it's going to Attleboro, so Molly will start with it at midfield. Swings it over to Bella. Bella now with the ball for Attleboro. And she'll take it behind the net. They swing it back to Molly back there. The whistle blows there. Molly will go to the top of the circle. And a good job by KK Hebert getting in there and getting Molly's way. So it looks like Taryn will start with it for Norton. And she tries to get it over to Emma. Emma with the ball now. Again, dangerous whenever she has it. She has quite a few goals on the season for Norton. And she sends it over to KK Hebert. Swings around. That shot goes a little wide. Ellie right there to help her out, but whistle is blown. So KK Hebert now with the ball. Goes out in front of the net. Turnaround shot and bounces that one into the goal. So KK Hebert with another goal for Norton. That's going to put them up 4-1. So as I say every time we do a girls lacrosse game, tough shots to stop, those that are bounced past the goalie. And they will head back to midfield. So midfield again now for a face-off. Norton with a 4-1 lead. So it looks like Norton will take over from there. KK Hebert now with the ball, sends it over to the far side. And that's Emma with it. And she tries to swing that out to Alex. Nobody on Alex. She's able to scoop it up. Nice catch there by Ellie. And ball on the ground, so they're battling for that one. Number 18 for Attleboro able to pick it up. That's Liv. Liv now heading down the other end quickly. And a turnaround shot. That one goes wide. This is Ella now with the ball for Norton. And she'll bring it all the way behind the net. And she'll dish it off now to Bella. They get it right out front to Emma Cochran. Emma with the shot and the goal. So good patience there by Norton, looking for an open player out in front. And they find Emma Cochran right in front of the net. So Norton now with a 5-1 lead. We're at the just under 10.5 minutes left to play in the first half. Whistle blown. Both teams are going to go talk things over. We'll be right back. So we are back after both teams went over to the sidelines, talk things over with their coach. 10 minutes, 20 seconds on the clock for the first half, and we're back to the middle of the field for a face-off. And Norton able to come away with that one. That's KK. That pass goes past Emma, and Attleboro able to come up with it. Number 17, Allie with it. And she's going to try to get it all the way up to midfield, but that one's intercepted. And Ella Stromfus able to come up with it for Attleboro. So Emma now with the ball for Norton, looking for an opening. They've done a nice job to this point being patient, finding that open person when they get out in front of the net. And they dish this one off to Alex. Alex sends it behind the net to Ella. And now Bella with it. And nice job hustling over there by Liv to try to get possession for Attleboro. And she's got the ball. She's going to send it up to number 4. That's Corinne. Corinne now with it, looking to get past Norton, looking for an opening to get a pass off. And she's able to connect there with Kelsey. Molly now able to pick it up off the bounce. So Attleboro now looking to try to set up an offense down in Norton territory. Molly Moore with it. Gets it knocked away. And a nice job there by Norton knocking that away and gaining possession. They get it to midfield. Bella with it, trying to battle and get it off the ground. And they get this one over to number 18, Liv. Liv driving to the net and takes a shot past Norton goalie. So Liv with the goal for Attleboro. And a little controversy midfield. Stick was knocked out of KK Hebert's hands, and she was wondering what was going on. Meanwhile, Attleboro just walked right down the other end and put a goal past Norton goalie. So it is now 5-2. So back at midfield, we have Bella for Norton going against Molly for Attleboro on the faceoff. So it looks like number 10, Jordan, will start with the ball for Norton, waiting on the whistle. And there it is. Emma now with the ball. And she's going to drive in, take a shot on net, and Emma Cochran scores for Norton. So they don't waste any time getting right back down in Attleboro territory and picking up another goal. Now 6-2 Norton lead over Attleboro. We're down to just under 7 minutes left to play here in the first half. Now everybody in place now. Face-off getting ready to be underway. And there it is. Nice job there by Emma. Able to quickly get the ball off the face-off. Tries to get it out front. And a nice shot there by number 23, Ellie Lyons. So only about 5 seconds went off the clock. Emma gets the ball, gets it right out in front to Ellie Lyons, and she picks up the goal for Norton. So good pass in there again by Norton, finding that open person right in front of the net. They'll redo that face-off. It was a little quick. I need to wait for the whistle. Again, it's Molly going against Bella, and they are going to give Attleboro the ball. And hustling back there to pick it up, Emma Toole. So Molly McIntyre will start with it for Norton. Sends it off over to KK Hebert, over to Emma. Emma now with the ball, runs right past the defense. She's quick. And she'll head behind the net, look for that cutter right out front. And out front was Rachel Cahoon, unable to connect there. And now the goalie's got it in her stick, so Attleboro will look for an opening. And that one's thrown over the head of Bella. So unable to connect there. KK will start with it for Norton. And she's going to drive right to the net. Get a shot on that. Whistle blows. The goalie was able to save that, but there was a whistle. And it looks like KK Hebert will start with it at the top of the circle. She already has a few goals under her belt. Let's see if Attleboro can hold her here. And that one goes wide of the goalie. So Bella now with the ball for Attleboro. Excuse me, correction, that was number 14, Kristen. I apologize for that. Corinne now looking for an opening. And there's somebody right out in front. You got number 23, tries to get it right in front of the net, and there's a goal. That was Molly Moore. So a nice pass. Molly on the run, able to make the catch and put the goal past Norton goalie. I believe that assist is going to be from Gigi. So Attleboro answers back. They're going to head back to midfield for another face-off. It's 7-3. We got a little over 4 minutes left to play in the first half. Emma Cochran will take the face-off for Norton. So Gigi able to come up with it for Attleboro. They send it over to Molly. They get it out front there to Bella. So it looks like Bella will start, I believe, with it at the top of the circle. Norton going to try to shut Attleboro down here, not let him score. Attleboro looking to get on the board. They're down by 4. And there's a shot on goal. And a goal for Attleboro. So very quickly, only down by 3, 7-4, with under 3 minutes left to play in the first half. Well, Attleboro takes advantage of that one. Molly tries to keep it in on the near sideline and unable to do so. So Molly McIntyre of Norton will get it. And she'll send it in to Alex. Alex now with the ball for Norton. That one knocked out of her stick. And Ella Stromfus comes up with it. Ella McPartland with the ball for Norton. And Norton will slow things down again. Being patient, waiting to find that cutter out in front. KK Hebert will give it to Alex. And Alex will send it behind the net. Emma Cochran with the ball. Gets it to right out back in front to Alex and unable to connect there. So again, Norton had the cutter out in front. Open, unable to connect on the pass, but Norton will keep possession. Alex will go back to the top of the circle. KK Hebert sends it behind the net. Emma now with it again. And the turnaround shot out in front. That one's saved. And a whistle blows there. So we'll see what that call is. Looks like Emma Cochran will start with it at the top of the circle. And waiting on the whistle here, Emma with the ball. And a nice save there by Peyton, the goalie for Attleboro. And they get it up to the near side to Kristen. Kristen connects with Bella. Bella now hustling down, sends it over. Trying to connect there with number 15, unable to do so. She's battling on the ground for it. I apologize, don't have her name on the roster. And there's a save. So we're down to only seconds on the clock. Attleboro goalie sends it, Norton goalie tries to send it over to Alex. And that'll bring the first half to a close, folks. So after one half of play here in Norton, Norton Lancers 7, Attleboro 4. We'll be back after halftime. So we're back here at Norton High School. Girls lacrosse matchup between Norton and Attleboro after half of a game of play. Norton with a 7-4 lead over Attleboro. And looks like Norton's got possession right away here in the second half, and that one's knocked away. Battling for it was Gigi for Attleboro. And she'll pick up the ball and start with it on the near side. So Gigi gets that one over now to Kelsey. Knocked away for a second. Kristen was battling for it. And Norton now with the ball. Ellie Lyons. Bella able to pick it up for a moment, and there it is back on the ground. So both Attleboro and Norton trying to pick it up. And Ellie Lyons knocked to the ground for a second. She'll get right back up. And they'll send this one back to Emma. Sends it to KK Hebert. Hebert with the jump shot on goal. And that is a goal, so they will head back to midfield. It was tough to see if that actually went in, but the signal was that it went past the goalie, so Norton now 8-4 over Attleboro. KK Hebert with another goal. I believe that's her 4th of the day. So whistle blows there. Attleboro will get the ball. Norton now with it. Ella gets it knocked out of her stick, but there's Emma to help her out. Picks it right up. And that one knocked away. Attleboro now comes up with it. Gigi with the ball for Attleboro, trying to find an opening. And they get this one down to Corinne. And able to get the pass over to Liv. Liv with the turnaround shot, and Attleboro puts one to the back of the net. Now down by 3, Norton with an 8-5 lead over Attleboro. They quickly come back and get a goal right after Norton scores, so nice job by Attleboro answering back. They'll head back to the middle of the field for another faceoff. Bella now back taking the face off for Norton. Going against number 18, Liv. And Emma Cochran able to come up with it. Heads right back down into Norton territory. She wastes no time getting down there. Whistle blows. And it looks like Emma will start at the top of the circle. Sends it over to KK, back to Emma, misses the pass there. Able to hustle over and pick it up off the ground. And gets it to KK Hebert, a shot wide of the goalie. And turnaround shot on net and a goal there. I believe that one was by Bella. And Attleboro quickly with the shot on net. That was Addie. And the goal for Attleboro, number 11. We had a little bit of radio silence where we had some technical difficulties up here. Nonetheless, Addie scores a goal for Attleboro. And now 3-goal deficit. Norton 9, Attleboro 6. So right in this game, Addie able to come up with it for Attleboro, tries to connect on the other side. That one goes over the stick. And a whistle blowing there. They try to connect with Alex. Misses that one, Taryn. I believe able to pick it up for Norton. And hustling back is Ella Stromfus. Ella able to pick it up for Attleboro. And does a nice job getting through a few of the Norton players. Tries to dish it off over to Kelsey. And the ball on the ground, Norton able to come up with it. Ella now with the ball for Norton at the top of the circle. And that shot's going to go past the net, but Norton will keep possession. Looking for a cutter out front. And another quick shot on net. That was KK Hebert that picks up the goal for Norton. So quick work there by the Norton Lancers to pick up another goal. Score now 10-6. We are now back to midfield. Face-off underway. Emma now with the ball for Norton. That one gets knocked out of her stick. And Avery picks it up for Attleboro. Whistle blown. So top of the key, Norton the ball. That's a nice save. Attleboro able to hustle over on the other side and get possession. Avery now with the ball. And they'll swing that over to Ellie, right? Ellie Lyons, sorry. So Ellie Lyons will start with the ball for Norton. They back her up a little bit. Bella now with it. Swings it over. Norton looking for that cutter to get out in front. Ella will take it behind the net. And they get it out in front. That one knocked out of the stick. So I believe that was Emma. So Emma will head to the top of the circle for Norton. And a nice save. That one's going to come all the way out. And Molly trying to get it for Norton. Nice job there by Gigi to pick it up for Attleboro. And that one knocked away, battling midfield. Whistle blown there. So Gigi will get the ball for Attleboro and start it. The official telling them to back up 5 yards, so they do just that. And Gigi dishes it off to Stella. That one gets knocked on the ground for a second. And Norton able to come up with it. They're going to send it up to Bella. And she'll take it behind the net. Again, looking for a cutter out front. Bella with the ball behind the net. And tries to connect with Emma Cochran. That goes over her head. So Attleboro will come up with it. And this is Liv. Gets it up to Bella now. Bella heading down into Norton territory. Nice move there. Gets it to the cutter out front and unable to connect. So Bella was, I believe, trying to get it to Addie. And I believe Addie will start with the ball at the top of the circle for Attleboro. Hustling in towards the net, and the shot on net, and there's a goal. Addie picks up a goal for Attleboro, and now puts them to within 3, 10-7 at the 13:42 mark in the second half. So we got a good game here tonight, back and forth. Attleboro down by 3. And Emma able to come away with that one for Norton. Sends it over to Ella. Norton again looking for an opening, just passing it around. Waiting for that cutter right out in front of the net. And then try to send that one behind the net and unable to connect. That one goes out of bounds. So that one knocked out of Emma Cochran's stick by number 14 of Attleboro. That's Kristen. And Kristen will start with the ball for Attleboro. Tries to send it all the way down to Molly over her head. And Taryn hustling down the sideline. Norton will get possession. So Taryn will start with it on the near sideline. So KK Hebert pushed out of bounds. She'll start with it here on the near side. So again, Hebert pushed out of bounds, that time by Addie on the near sideline. And they get this one up to Bella. Good hustle there by Ella Stromfus. But Norton able to come away with it. That's number 9, Ella, behind the net. And once again, Norton will slow things down, look for the opening. And a whistle blows there. Looks like Norton will still get it. So they'll wait for the whistle and stop things from there. Looks like that's Emma. And Emma brings it to the top of the circle. And they try to get it inside to Emma. The ball up in the air. That's Avery with it. That comes away with it for Attleboro. Whistles blown. So Avery will start off with it for Attleboro. Sends it up midfield. And this is Addie now. And a shot on net by Addie. There's a goal. So they'll head back to midfield. We'll be right back. So we are back with just about 9.5 minutes left to play in the game. Bella able to win the face-off for Norton. Gets it over to Emma. Emma now hustling down right in Attleboro territory. Gets a shot on net, and Peyton able to save it for Attleboro. Norton still with the ball, looking for an opening, trying to get it to Alex out front. Unable to connect there. Ball on the ground, and looks like Attleboro may come away with it. They kick it. And a nice job there picking it up. That was Ellie Lyons. So it looks like Norton will be one player up. They're going to try to take advantage here. They give it to Emma at the top of the circle. So waiting on the whistle, Emma with the ball. And that one knocked out of the stick. Able to come up with it again, and Peyton, the goalie for Attleboro, gets it. Tries to throw it out. Whistle blown there. They will send it back to Peyton, the goalie. And Leandra sends it up to Bella. Bella now battling with it on the ground. KK Hebert with it. Looks like she'll go behind the net. Again, Attleboro looking for the cutter out front, unable to connect. Ball gets on the ground and picked up. Ellie Lyons with it now. We're down to 7.5 minutes left to play. She'll send it behind the net. Oh, and Emma was right out front, unable to connect. And that one intercepted. Attleboro now heading down into Norton territory. Bella with the ball, sends it behind the net. And a whistle blows there. So the officials basically telling everybody to back up. Just trying to straighten things out here. So the officials telling people to back up, waiting on the whistle. They get this one to Emma. And Emma hustling down the near side. Getting pushed a little bit on the sideline by Gigi. So nice job there by Gigi of Attleboro. And looks like they'll get the ball at that point. And KK Hebert able to come up with it for Norton. Gets it over to Emma. Emma into Bella. Bella trying to make a move out in front of the net. That one gets knocked out of her stick. And Bella will start with the ball at the top of the circle for Norton. And a shot on goal. That is a goal for, I believe that was Bella at the top that started with it and picks up the goal for Norton. So Alex in the net for Attleboro. Quickly the face-off won by Norton. Emma Cochran drives to the net. And another goal. So Norton quickly goes right to work, and Emma Cochran goes right down. Scores another goal for Norton, now up 12-8. We're down to under 5 minutes left to play in the game. Let's see if Attleboro can come back. Norton still putting the pedal to the metal. So Gigi will start with it for Attleboro at about midfield. And sends it into Addie. Addie trying to make a move. And Norton goalie able to scoop that one up. Looking for an opening. Able to connect with Emma. Emma now gets it up to Ellie Lyons. Ellie drives down into Attleboro territory. And that one intercepted. So they'll send that one back to Avery. Avery will start with it for Attleboro from that point. Gets it all the way up to the other end to Addie. Addie now driving down into the circle. And they get this one up to Emma. Emma past midfield. Heading down again into Attleboro territory. Looks like she'll take it all the way behind the net. Look for that cutter out front. And that one intercepted for a moment. Fighting Avery is Avery. And also Leandra. Norton able to come up with it. We are down to just about 2.5 minutes on the clock. And they send this one back to number 17, Rachel Cahoon. Get it to the top of the key. And again, Norton patient to just move it around. Ella with it now. She'll send it behind the net. And they can just run a little bit of time here. We are down to the 2-minute mark. Norton with the ball, being patient. And they'll come around with a shot on net. And there's a goal. And it looks like that was Ella McPartland on that goal. So nice job there by Ella. Caught Attleboro flat-footed. They thought they were just going to pass it around, and Ella makes the move, comes around the net, scores the goal. They will head back to midfield for another face-off. Down to under 2 minutes left to play in the game. At Norton 13, Attleboro 8. We are not done yet. That was Gigi fighting for it over there for Attleboro. Again, Norton with possession. Ellie with it. Sends it over to Ella. They'll swing it back to KK Hebert. Again, Norton just kind of passing it around. And now Attleboro trying to put some pressure on to make Norton do something. KK Hebert with it on the near side. And she's pushed out of bounds. They send that behind the net. So we are now down to just about 30 seconds left to play in the game. And there's a missed pass there. Attleboro hustling over on the sidelines to try to get it. Gets knocked down. So she'll hop right back up. And things are starting to wind down. Attleboro with the ball. Let's see if they can put another goal in the net. We're down to 11 seconds on the clock. Bella with it now. So Bella will start with it at the top of the circle. The shot on net there by Bella. Picks up the goal for Attleboro. 5 seconds on the clock. Norton with a 13-9 lead over Attleboro. Attleboro not giving up. They'll head back to midfield for the face-off. And that'll bring us to a close. So we'll see what happens here on the face-off. Hey, it was good seeing you guys. So there's the face-off there, and the clock's going to wind down. There's the horn, folks. So here in Norton, Norton victorious over Attleboro, 13-9. You can catch all the athletics here in Norton on NortonMediaCenter.org. This is Deb Carrero. Thanks for joining us.